I said, 2016 alone, I was getting like between 60,000 and 80,000 hits on my Twitter, like, every day, because of my skill level as a literary artist, as an author. That's the only reason, you know what I'm saying? Anything else was already disproven. It's slander, lies, falsehood. There's no way, there's no reason, no logical, rational reason for nobody to listen or to take anybody else's word over mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm just as blameless, plus I have no kind of, anything that will be hindering or minding me like that, in that kind of way. So, that's the situation. But I mean, I never wanted to make like any kind of like, for those that persecute me, I never wanted anything to like do with them personally. You feel me? Like, I ain't never want to make it personal. See, that's the reason for the negligence from 16, 17, 18. I was already going through heavy stuff, like 2014. Around the same time my talent came up, it sprouted up. But it's like, you could tell it was already like a premeditated thing, because the timing of it, around that exact time was exactly around the time when some of the heaviest stuff first started being implemented against my life. I didn't know it, I didn't know it, I didn't expect it. I never had any kind of, like, I did not know, that for being successful, that this also was a part of it, or that was also a part of it. That's been the situation. So I mean, I've been having to constantly clarify. But the bottom line is, man, it's like a race, it's an evil agenda, you know what I'm saying, that's ever present in my life for my talent. But not just for my talent, also for my, of course, God had displayed his power in my life, and also for the fact that just things I can't control, like, perhaps, just, genetics and things like that. That's facts, that's facts, because some don't like when you say that, but I mean, in my situation, which is different from other situations, that's facts, because, it's a constant, continual effort to complete this crime, and when it's not physically, directly physical, then it's intellectual, you know what I'm saying, and, through the Holy Spirit, anybody has the discernment and wisdom God give them to understand and see the things happening, and it's been, for me, it's been like this for the past 7 years, everything been wild the whole time, and I've been telling the world the whole time. I remember in 16 when I was telling the world what was going on, man, I was getting hits on it, everybody seen everything I was saying. I had, like, my numbers were ever growing, increasing. And something happened towards the end of 16 and 17, something happened without my knowledge, I didn't know what it was. In my mind, I'm still the same author that I was kicking my quality content for my audience, my fan base. And everybody was loving it, everybody liked it, like they did now. Like they do now. They loved it, my numbers were just rising, my fame was rising, everything. That was back then, In 14, though, it had already skyrocketed. So I was already on the scene. So I mean, in 16, it was stood on the same. It was ever rising, ever increasing. I was coming out with new aesthetics, new ideas. I had more stuff planned on release. They seen my artistic ability too as well. That was when I first showed the world my artistic ability, that I was more than just a writer, more than just an author. But I had interest in visual arts, graphics, graphic designs and things like that. Like it was a lot of things that I was showing to the world. My ability of, good with sketches, authors, creating my art, visual arts, creating my own, scripts, you feel me, and everything. Like it was a lot that I was working on, and they seen that, around that same time. And coincidentally, all this other stuff was happening in society, just out the blue. It just popped up. It started happening. Everybody having conflicts with everybody. While on the low, I'm being, ravaged, and it's open season on me all year, every year long. That was simultaneous to my writing of, me posting these things. But I got my times and dates and everything. So, man, it's been happening at the same time. It's been happening the whole time. And I shouldn't, that's the thing. Like, they try to, like, for me, because me being to the framing campaigns, the injustices, the organized graphic, the demon campaigns, the Antichrist religion, discrimination at places. You know, all this kind of stuff happening simultaneously. Smear campaigns, distortion campaigns, you know, stalking, you know what I'm saying, violent attacks, assaults on your life. You know, all this stuff happening for which there was no basis. There was no basis then and there is no basis now. All this stuff was happening simultaneous in spite of, you know, my viral and national awareness of it, that I was kept, you know, I was continually great, because I wasn't in the reality I was being attacked with. I had nothing to do with it. I was being attacked with things that I could not defend myself against in ways that I was not familiar with, being a child and all. You feel me? So, I was in the same boat as if something like this happened to one of their children. You know, just because I'm, you know, a child, I'm a God child, doesn't mean that you know what I'm saying, that justifies, you know, something that they wouldn't want happening to their own children. So it's the same situation. You know? And so it's as if they try to, like, you know, they're trying to, and really what it is, it's not just like uniform people, but you know what I mean, it's also, you know, like just society that's jealous, you know what I'm saying, that has like other fan lists, you feel me, and stuff, other favorites lists and stuff like that. They being illegally allowed by the structures on high levels to, you know, coerce, racketeer, larceny, extort. You know, they're allowing them to do this intentionally, negligence, for many years, to draw me in, to lure me into their culture and reality so they can destroy it with. It's like me walking right into my death if I'm not fighting and illuminating these things that's happening. And it's being allowed to happen until the completion. So as we speak, you know, they're still like pressed on my life, you know, with the ulterior motives of carrying out this hate crime, this race crime. And anyone who's jealous of my talent anyway, then they don't care. They like, okay, we need him out the pitch anyway. And that's been the situation, you know. For as long as I can remember, I'm not responsible for the lies other people spread it. You know, you have all these people that rise up, you know, like all these people that may have not even had like meaningful interactions with you. But, you know, years after they finally, you know, they hear about, you know, extremely successful individual, and then they realize that it was you. Yeah, all of a sudden they create all these scenarios and things, you know, and lying on you. You know what I'm saying? Things that they accuse you of stuff that somebody else that they actually close to did and do to them to this day. You know what I'm saying? They accuse you of stuff just because you're successful. They're trying to punish you for your success. And then if you pay attention in society, you notice that a lot of other artists or you know, celebs and people that of color as well, you know, and race or whatever, you know, you'll notice that them in society around the same time periods, they were quote unquote, you know, like the same, like they was pretty much normalizing a situation or a concept. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say, okay, say trying to give y'all a good parable, you know, to describe like what's happening in plain sight, man. You know, against the kingdom of God, against Christianity, and against Jesus Christ and the work of God. When they seen it, witnessed it, and I watch and witness them see me, you know, not doing anything that would usher in that kind of attack on my life, but yet they pursued me anyway, lying on me, you know, in order to get away with doing it. And that's been the situation all these years, not just started, you know. And what it is like in these situations, how they normalize concepts. Like if they plan on, like me being I was a target for my talent. Okay, society came together. The reason they did it, they hated my, you know, my content, which is godly. You know, they hated my talent, which was better than their favorites. You feel me? And they hated the combination of the two combined. You know, so it's a manifold persecution. You know, they were jealous of that, and so they knew they had no reason to, you know, they had no reasons or basis to bother me. You know what I'm saying? Or to, you know, do anything or arrest my life in any way. They knew they had no reason to do so. They were just jealous. So that's when they had launched all these smear distortion campaigns without my knowledge. So it fooled everybody around me. But while I'm left out the loop, so when things happen to this. You feel me? I'm just like this. You know, I'm like, what is going on? You know? So they lie to everybody except about things that you don't even know about in order to do stuff against you that you don't deserve. Where to be cool to everybody else because the power is in the attention of the people. You know? So that's been the situation for the longest. So, you know, then you notice, you'll see them like, okay, they had like, for instance, it was they turn them into trends. They turn crime into trends. Like you'll see it all over the news for one season. How, you know, certain people, all of a sudden, you know, certain things happening to them. You know, certain things happening to these people, celebrity stuff that, you know, people that's prominent or influential. You know what I'm saying? Certain things happening to them all of a sudden. And all, you know what I'm saying? And you got people that's actually organizing that, orchestrating it, you know what I'm saying, and actually a paid campaign, you know what I'm saying, to do that. But, you know, they got certain things happening to certain influential figures. So to normalize the concept of it happening, period. You know what I'm saying? So whether or not that happens, you know, that happens for real reasons or false reasons. When it happens to somebody who don't deserve it, or when they planning on doing it to somebody who don't deserve it, it messes the shock of consciousness, you know, among the people. So everybody already, you know, expect or used to something of that magnitude. And so, I mean, it was a failed, you know what I'm saying, it was a failed framing tip, you know what I'm saying, but that's an example of the kind of things they do though. Man, of course, with my life, yeah, they failed desperately, you know, because the truth is still out, but for some reason, they still pressed on my life, and then, you know, just for my race, you know what I'm saying, for my race, and for jealousy of my talent, which is blatant, clear, openly, there's no other reason. Everything else was disproven as lies and slander, you know what I'm saying, they try to, like, isolate you in order so they can frame you. You know what I'm saying? And I killed and beat all that for 7 years straight. You know what I'm saying? Including this year. So that's the reason why they spread these slanders about you. Then they lie and say it's other people when it's structures. You feel me? They're the ones doing that. They're slandering you in order to isolate you. That way it's easier to frame you. You feel me? Because they can lie and say all kinds of things about you if you, if they got you isolated. And you can't, and it ain't really no defense for it. You know what I'm saying? You can't defend yourself about against it. You know, especially if you don't even know what's happening. Like, say for instance, you all right. Say if you, of course, you all right. Let's just say you're an author. You know, you do something that's mostly solitary. You know, like as far as like art wise, but that's just your personality type. So if you know you just come more comfortable with God's presence than human presence because of how much you've been backstabbed and betrayed. You know what I'm saying? So say if you rather spend your time with God than anybody else because of, you know, how jealous and fake society is, how much fake stuff you already encountered, that you don't have the energy to interact with, you know, jealousy and, you know, all this hidden, get stabbed in the back and stuff that happened thousands, hundreds of times already to you. You know what I'm saying? If, you know, you're a kind of person that got that kind of background, you know what I'm saying? You're a good, loving, kind-hearted person, all this stuff that happened to you, you'd rather be alone. Well, when they see that, they see you alone, and you got extraordinary talent. You know, you got a successful upcoming author career, and everything is going good for you. Then that's when the jealousy, green devil pick in, you know, it kick in because they're in a position to do evils to you that you can't defend yourself against. And like a coward, they're going to act on that and crush the vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? That's what cowards do. They crush the vulnerable. And so that's the situation. So they crush, you know, they start these campaigns. They pay hundreds of thousands. I witnessed it personally with my own eyes. They pay hundreds of thousands. You know, they pay people to say certain things about you. You know what I'm saying? And then, or to goad other people or catcall other people into promoting a false perspective about you, which is defamation and character assassination and slander. You know what I'm saying? That's contrary to anything they personally witnessed as they sat there on the front lines and witnessed otherwise, contrary to their lies and slander. You know, before they even say them, but they say them anyway. You know, so so that's what they do. And that isolates you, you know, because especially if you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know that they're doing all this without your knowledge. You know, you in your mind, you got probably focus on more important things. Like God, you know, thinking about your next business move or networking and things that it would take to, you know, to prosper your career, you know what I'm saying, as an artist, author, or whatever, in a good way, in a godly way. When they seen that, and then they jumped on that instant. And they've been to sabotage my life ever since, like that. So they lie on you to isolate you and to keep, success out your reach, because they'll be constantly reminded of how much of a failure that they are, as far as like how, how to slander and all that, and how big a loser a person got to be to do that against somebody who didn't even do anything to them. You know what I'm saying? So that's this kind of situation. They lie, slander you because they trying to isolate you, and then their motives and intentions behind it stem anywhere from racial to jealousy of your artistic talent, and also just the fact that your success will make them, it reminds them of who they are. You know what I'm saying? Unsuccessful, but just hate for haters. That constant, and on top of all these things, another thing that's been happening simultaneously. I told everybody, it's a spiritual reality, and it's also a physical reality. You know what I'm saying? So you got a spiritual reality in which it wasn't as evident to people in the back of the day, but now it is, because we get closer to the end. So everybody see things clearer now than they did, 10, 15 years ago. They see things clearer now because we're getting closer, because biblical prophecy is actually fulfilling. So they see God's plan and everything like that, Yeah, so they see God's plan and, everything, more clearer now. And these individuals that was doing this to me, they been saw this. They knew this, before I even blew up for writing. You know what I'm saying? They saw this, they was witnessing this, and they was following it. So before I even blew up for writing, you know what I'm saying? I came on the scene like 2012, I came up, and I blew up like 14. Before any of that, they was already aware of God's plan on my life for some reason, the good. And ever since then, they was already sabotaging and attacking that specifically. You know what I'm saying? Like, in certain people God had meant, like for good and things, they peeped that out. Every possible contingency, these jealous entities or people have strategically targeted in order to destroy it. Like, it's like they left nothing no stone unturned. Like, they literally launched extreme campaigns to specifically target every possible facet of my life that I could possibly grow from. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew I had more talent than them, and plus they knew I did not associate with them. So they was jealous from that, because they had no way that they can include themselves or insert themselves into my success. And so they was mad at me because of that. Mad at me for that reason. It was mad at me because they could not put themselves, it was no way for them to insert themselves into my success, because it was it was authentic. It wasn't no handout. And so they wanted me to rely on them. So how do you make somebody that you don't know, that's extremely talented and powerful, and that's also clever and understanding the intellect, intellectual enough to know these things that you would try to do? How do you quote unquote own them? Somebody that's unrelated to you, unrelated to your bracket, that you don't even know, but is extremely talented and successful and got a prospering, flourishing future ahead of them. What do? Lie. They lie, on all levels. This was like a power move, a massive collusion, massive conflation for one purpose. It's Antichrist. This is a long-running crime to which they still trying to complete to this very day. In spite of viral evidence that's showing every reason as to why they should have absolutely nothing to do with me. I should be 100% off limits, my correspondence, my life, and everything. And they might have lied on me, but at the same time, I spoke the truth. Simultaneous. I showed the truth. So some can't use that. Okay, they might have lied. Okay, I know that. I said that 4 years ago. lie they told, I showed the world the truth. I got over 13,200 quotes doing that for the past 7 years. You know? Well, I mean, this is 7 years, so it's like, yeah, you know, 5 to 6, either way. Either way, I suppose everything. They ignored everything. My testimony is not too long. You know what I'm saying? They just ignored it on purpose to complete a hate crime, a race crime, a desperation in order to help jealous entities and jealous artists. You know? And that's the situation. They're obsessed with me because it's a supremacy agenda that's covertly. But those that sold out, it ain't benefiting them to help me, so they don't really care. You know? And that's what it is, man. They can't see my talent. These people want preeminence for like a whole concept. But they know with my talent, there is none of that. It's balance. They don't want balance. They want domination. You know what I'm saying? So they doing everything possible to secretly to do that, perform that. I don't want to be friends with those who have, you know, defecated, urinated, spit, you know, stepped on, trampled over things that they knew was valuable to me before they did it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to do with them, but I'm being forced through negligence to have interaction with people who don't have my best interest in mind. What they're doing, that's a conspiracy to commit murder. You know what I'm saying? That's conspiracy to commit murder. They're forcing me through negligence to have interaction with individuals that, you know what I'm saying, that already been trying to tirelessly destroy my life for over 7 years already. And then they themselves lie on me, or they try to imply things that's not true. You know what I'm saying? They want to hold on to God when they have did all this after God showing them that they was doing this to him. So it's like they want to hold on to God, or they like the idea, they like the idea of God, you know, and being under him, while they kill him. Like it makes no sense. So if they kill God, then, you know, who are they under? Not the God that's in the Bible, because that's the one they killed. You know what I'm saying? And so they taking responsibility for that, for God, for killing God, but then they also holding on to a false image of being under God. That's impossible. After God has shown them thousands of times throughout the course of all these years, the last 20 years, you know, thousands of times, God is wholesome, God is complete, God is perfect, God is holy, God is righteous. There's no way that he would allow any of people to do anything without showing them that they was doing it to him. That's not God. You know, he would not just leave nobody blind. He made sure they do. You know, and so I was already under attack years ago. So anything that happened after the point it was initially reported, and it was been reported every year, virally, and nationally and globally, you know. Like this is happening. I don't know what's going on. I can't defend myself against it, because if somebody help me, anybody, I don't care. That's how desperation it was. That's how desperate it was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come on the scene like somebody who knew it all. I came on the scene like a child, like a toddler, forced into a boxing ring with full-grown adults with no accommodations for the age difference. That's how it's been the whole time. Jealousy, man. And the crime, they so desperate and obsessed, insane and cynical. And they try desperately to complete the crime after viral, global, and national evidence of it, you know, that should result in the cessation of it, or the disbanding of the demon campaign. They still facilitate it. Then you see certain people who keep players in it, that's extremely jealous, lying, slanderous. You know, they lie on you in order to scam you. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to create a money scam, and they had premeditated years ago. Satanic code, you know what I'm saying? And it's from other places. them, and then, you know what I'm saying, if you walk through the door, then that's when they, you know what I'm saying, they set you up, they kill you, or they take your arm, they steal your brand. You know what I'm saying? They lie on you so they can secretly steal your brand, and everybody think that you're something different when on the low, they're making millions, making a killing off your aesthetics, dynamics, and things like that. That's true. You know what I'm saying? They self-incriminate themselves. They feel hit, then they should be taken to jail. It's that simple. They feel hit, then lock them up. You know, that don't mean persecute me more. It's that simple. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's not astrodynamics, baby. You know, astrophysics and, you know, quantum theories, quantum entanglement and all this. It's not that complicated, baby. But for some reason, they're making it complicated. I see key players that was in it, who I showed the whole world who was involved in it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting justice, they get close now. I ain't gonna lie. They get close now. They get close to these demons. You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna lie. But for some reason, it's just something there that's keeping them, that's responsible for, you know what I'm saying, getting what's due to them. Like, I see justice get, like, close, super close. You know what I'm saying? Like, get close to them. I mean, I'm like, all right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Cause I remember, I'm an eyewitness of what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? They had no mercy or anything for me. You know what I'm saying? When I didn't do anything to deserve it, they knew I was blameless. And they was doing this stuff and taunting and bragging about it. You know, stalking my life everywhere. You know what I'm saying? In everyday society, imagine that. You know, you're trying to survive. But what you got to do to survive, you got to work to eat. And you know what I'm saying? Just everything, every day, everywhere I went, they was doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It was impossible, you know what I'm saying, to maintain any kind of life without God. And so that was happening. And so it's like, it's weird. Like, and so I see key players that said it, and I'm thinking like, okay, I know 100%, you feel me? I know 100%, you know what I'm saying, that enforcement and anybody else have witnessed these people. Because I watched them witness, and I witnessed it too throughout these years, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, okay, right when it get to the point, I'm like, yeah, it's over with for them. It's over with for them. Now they busted, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, yeah, they busted. All this, I got, you know, all this stuff is going to lead to whoever was responsible. I don't really care who was responsible. I don't want nothing to do with it, but I want people to see that so they can do what they supposed to do. You feel me? Like in a civil society. You know what I'm saying? In a society that's supposed to be under God. You know what I'm saying? I know that that's going to happen. Common sense go tell me. But you know, the moment that they, you know what I'm saying, they get like right there, and then all the person got to do is get married or something. You know what I'm saying? Then they're 100%, you know, free from all consequences for murder, racketeering, larceny, extortion, all these heavy crimes, hundreds of counts of it. You know, everything. They're perfectly fine, but all they got to do is have a baby, or they got to get married. And they're 100% straight in the eyes of society. They're free, exonerated from all crimes. All counts. It could be thousands of counts of murder. You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of counts of the racketeering, larceny, and all this. They're 100%, their slate is clean. All they got to do is have a baby or get married. And their slate is clean. For everything they take, all the damage they take did. To somebody that didn't deserve it with viral evidence of it. You know what I'm saying? They actually broken and ruined a person's life, assimilated their substances or their copyrighted material, lied on them to be able to get away with it. And you know, got exposed simultaneous to it happening. So it's impossible to have it continue. Feel me? That's the kind of situation. So, like, it makes no sense. So when I say the things I say them for a reason. You feel me? This is life as I know it. From following Jesus Christ in this country. The whole time. I mean, and even before, you know what I'm saying, I was on the scene, you know, for having legacy to defend. You know what I'm saying? I already had antagonism on me, you know what I'm saying, as a child. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody saw the power of God. And I know if people seeing the miracles of God now, you know, God showing himself for his saints, for his Christians, for people that love him. It's not about the Antichrist, you feel me? They putting themselves into the equation because of the fakeness of, you know, the lack of frailty of their own character. You feel me? Because they not wholesome, or they not right within, then God don't deserve to, you know, reign on his creation because they're evil, you know what I'm saying, or they not right. you know what I'm saying, they feel that God don't deserve to exist and show and speak and minister to his people. Not even them having nothing to do with them. See, that's the kind of world we live in, bro. I've been watching it for 7 years. And then I see and somehow they still pressed on my life. Like, man, what are they doing about these people right here who got tons of evidence against them and stuff? And honestly, I mean, when I first started keeping my testimony, it had nothing to do with, I talked about what I was going through before it was even an object attached to it. Society over time started drawing applications. And so my testimony is not too long. You know what I'm saying? They just ignore it. I mean, it's my body of work. It's all I represented for God. You know, it's like God, I mean, it's God showing the world. I mean, I showed them, I told the world simultaneous to the unfolding of it. I'm like, okay, I'm being, you know what I'm saying, this is happening. It's being allowed to happen or whatever. While it's happening, I'm saying, because they gonna kill the time, you know, the time sensitive nature of the situation. And then waiting until, you know, there's no time for justice. Like, no way justice can be performed. I said that while it was happening. So that in itself breathed life back into the situation. You know, that's just an example. You know, so my life is under attack because of my race. While everybody see it and okay with it, even my own race. This is not normal. This is not normal. They trying to complete a crime of was over 20 years. But I caught the last 7 years, including this year. So it's weird, man. I just wanted, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted pretty much to do a quick breakdown on this situation real quick, man. But I call it breakdown. I mean, God been showing, he been popping up. He made himself manifest so many times already. This is not normal, dog. And I don't wish bad on nobody. But I mean, I wish that bad stopped happening to me that I don't deserve. But, you know, they intentionally framed, strategically hinged other people's realities on my life. And I exposed that while it was happening. Feel me? I told the whole nation. And I've been had the fame and the coverage. I was getting between 60 and 80,000 hits a day in 16 by itself. So, I mean, just imagine what happened in 17. I mean, how was that possible? I've been telling this, the whole nation the whole time. So nobody can't say they didn't know. I've been a star, international in 14. You go figure, I don't know, but I mean, whatever the situation is, whatever the resolution is, it should have nothing to do with any further degradation of my rights. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. It should have zip to do with me, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's impossible. That's nothing but a race crime. It's like right now, it's like they did everything possible the last 20 years to have this moment right now in history to be in war. It's like they had already declared war on Christianity, really. Christianity and I guess race or something. They had already declared war way back then. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, it was revealed that God's messengers, or that, you know, God, I guess God can use any race, I guess. I guess that's what made people mad. So back then they knew they was going to do this to God's messengers. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. And so it was to lead up the moment that, you know what I'm saying, self-awareness was a reality. And everybody was able to see the truth. That was supposed to be the moment there be war. So it was not just chance or happenstance. This was an intentionally orchestrated situation. You know, somebody's doing this. Somebody been doing this the whole time behind the scenes. You know, this is not no normal situation. Like, this was an intentional plan. And that's why my stuff was ignored when I prevented the crime. So the crime can continue. I prevented it. blaspheming the Holy Spirit by calling Jesus Christ something that's not Christian in order to get away and justify the crime and mislabel it in plain sight. They see Jesus Christ standing right there, and then in order to justify crucifying him, you know what I'm saying, they'll say, this is some, I don't know, anti-God or anti-Christ person or something. They say that there's some kind of just blaspheming the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? They'll say that about Jesus himself. You feel me? To justify the crime that they already committed. Because they don't want to take responsibility for it. And it ain't nobody in society making them take responsibility for it. So they sit above the law and they got immunity from the law. You know? It is literally nobody enforcing the law on those levels. So they mock God, you know. Then that's a situation. Like, I mean, it's weird. So they lie and mislabel things of God to be something of Satan. Whether it's passively, actively, whether it's covertly, overly, indiscreetly, or directly, or subliminally, they still implying that something of Jesus Christ is of something of the devil, which is the one unforgivable sin, which will make whoever do that Antichrist forever, regardless if they want to be or not. You know, because they lying on Jesus, they lying on God, the Holy Spirit, they blaspheme against the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit doing good works, and they're calling it Satan. That's the one unforgivable sin. Nothing that does that can ever be of God, ever. In this life or in the other life, after death.